Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now the news for May 24th, 2021. Walt Disney Company CEO Bob Chapek spoke today at the J.P. Morgan Global Technology, Media, and Communications Conference and addressed theme park operations. Chapek stated that capacity would continue to increase over the upcoming months at Walt Disney World. Of course, we knew that, but he said specifically with low double-digit increases in attendance. He expects to see benefits from the changes in the COVID-19 policies near the end of the fourth fiscal quarter. He also said the process for relaxing the guidelines has been slowed by OSHA guidelines, but did not elaborate any further. Chapek also reiterated his point about the company using the shutdown to reanalyze passholder or legacy programs. He spoke about theme park technology and cited the new Disney Park Pass theme park reservation system and virtual queues, such as boarding groups for Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, as examples of how technology helped guests stay safe during the pandemic. Virtual queues are a hot topic in the theme park community, with many guests either loving or hating the system. However, the virtual queue process has already undergone many changes to make it easier for guests. Disney will likely continue to hone the process. Hopefully they will, because most people still hate it. Chapek then specifically stated that the Disney Park Pass theme park reservation system will remain in place beyond the scope of the pandemic. We already knew this. DeMauro said this a while ago, and as well, obviously the Park Pass calendar goes all the way into 2023, so we knew this was coming. The recent end of outdoor mask mandates at Walt Disney World has led to additional changes. Inside the Magic Kingdom, the relaxation stations near Golden Oak Outpost, inside Pete's Silly Sideshow, and at the Tomorrowland Terrace have closed. All of them are gone, and they're gone in every park. At Hollywood Studios, Star Wars Launch Bay has been operating as one of these relaxation stations, but now it's back as just a walk-through exhibit where you can't take your mask off. It's just, I don't know, there's some models. There's no meet and greet. It's just a couple models, and you can walk out. It's weird. In the Black Spire Outpost Marketplace in Galaxy's Edge, only one party has been allowed in each store stall at a time, but now two parties are allowed in every stall at the same time. Change effectively doubles capacity in the marketplace, which has been one of the longest wait times in all of this pandemic-era Disney park experience. Physical distancing markers have been removed from extended outdoor queues for Slinky Dog Dash and Toy Story Midway Mania at Hollywood Studios, and as well Splash Mountain at the Magic Kingdom, and it's expected it will be removed from more. But once you get into the formal queue for those attractions, the markers are back. Meanwhile, at Journey into Imagination with Figment at EPCOT, they're loading every row so more parties can ride, and you may be seated in front of or behind another party because, you know, more people need to experience the worst Figment ride of all time. It's not true. The Journey into Your Imagination was probably worse. Disney patent applications often provide a glimpse into how the company may address what it sees as operational issues. A patent application published on May 20th addresses something theme park visitors dread: waiting in a standby queue. This is the theme of today's show, by the way. Dynamic management of virtual queues provides a possible solution. The patent application clearly explains why Disney wants to reduce wait times. You can read the full patent and exactly how all of this new stuff might work when it's rolled out, and if it's rolled out, at WDWNT.com. We could spend 30 minutes on this show talking about it. It's much easier if you just go read it. Check it out for yourself. It's really fascinating, and of course we think it's going to tie in to the whole Disney Genie thing that's still going to roll out relatively soon. Walt Disney World Resort is seeking more cast members for quick service food and beverage locations. A new job posting was added to the Disney Careers website today for those interested in submitting an application. Quick service food and beverage cast members may work at indoor restaurants or an outdoor vendor. Starting wage is $14 an hour. Applicants are expected to have open availability for all shifts. Disney and Bauble Bar have collaborated once again, this time on Minnie Mouse ear headbands. The headband features embellishments we expect from Bauble Bar, with the ears being covered in sequins and pearls of different sizes. Some form hidden Mickeys. The bow features pleating, similar to the rainbow. So I just thought about it, it's like, Bauble Bar, is that the elephant, the cartoon elephant? It's not. The bow features pleating similar to the disregard me. Features pleating similar to the Rainbow Mini ear headband we found earlier in the week. We found the headband at the Fantasy Fair in the Magic Kingdom for $44.99. That's expensive. Whether you're an MCU savant or just know a few characters offhand, it's likely you're clued in on Tom Hiddleston's iconic portrayal of Loki, the god of mischief. And for those of you who adore the anti-hero, now Walt Disney World has the perfect ear headband for you. Features a green and gold color scheme similar to Loki's typical garb. Gold-colored horns stick out of the front of the headband. On the sides of the band itself, the word mischievous is embroidered. Found these ears at the Emporium in the Magic Kingdom for $29.99. We also found a new Loki Magic Band for $34.99 at the Magic Kingdom. The box features Loki in an outfit we recognize from the series poster and trailers. Next to him is the logo for the Time Variance Authority, and beneath him are the words, "For all time, always." The box and Magic Band lean more into the orange color scheme rather than Loki's usual green. I think he ends up in like an orange jumpsuit at some point. Miss Minutes, the mascot of the Time Variance Authority, is patterned across the bottom of the box. Inside, the orange Magic Band is surrounded by green, and Miss Minutes and the TVA logo are on one side. The Loki series logo and Loki himself are on the other. Band is a limited edition of 1,500, so grab yours while you can. The EPCOT entrance area has been through a lot the last couple of years, but progress keeps moving forward. We're happy to discover that some of the temporary fencing around the east side of the entrance has finally been removed after 2 years. This project dates all the way back to 2019 when the entrance reimagining began. In March of 2020, the fencing had been pushed back as landscaping began in the planter beds, and now most of the fencing is gone. This area is just north of the disability parking area, so this will help guests in that area make easier entrance to the park. They've had to walk around these fences for a while. It's been kind of a pain. But it's nice to see this back, and it's a new piece of concrete that leads to the newer security area. It's nice to see it open again. A few days ago, the new World Celebration popcorn kiosk arrived at Epcot, and while we only got a glimpse of it over the construction walls, we now get a much better look at it. It is light blue and gray-white with several windows for order and pickup. The modular design resembles that of the Taste Track and the Donut Box. The new popcorn kiosk will be near the Creation Shop in World Celebration. It's set to open this summer. Everglades Donuts and Cold Brew at Disney Springs has 3 new donuts available. The Butterscotch Caramel Craze is a caramel iced donut with butterscotch chips, buttercream frosting, and caramel corn. The Nutella Boston Cream is a glazed donut filled with vanilla custard and topped with Nutella and white icing. The S'mores Galore is a chocolate iced donut topped with chocolate icing, buttercream, crushed golden grams, and a toasted marshmallow. The new treats are $5.50 each. You can read a full review of each. There are 3 separate reviews at WDWNT.com. The latest Big Feet plush to arrive at Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort is Rocket Raccoon from the Guardians of the Galaxy. And there ain't nothing in the galaxy like him but him. We found the adorable Guardian at the World of Disney at both Disney Springs and the downtown Disney District for $26.99. I bought it because Rocket's my favorite MCU character. With the announcement that California has met the metrics necessary to end most restrictions surrounding businesses on June 15th, it appears the Disneyland Resort is preparing to ramp up operations towards normality. Starting July 1st, park hours will be extended at both Disneyland and California Adventure. The hours going forward will be as follows. Disneyland Park, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., California Adventure, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., with the downtown Disney District open from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Hours only posted for early July thus far, but in typical fashion with Disneyland summers, you can expect those hours will carry through a majority of the middle of the summer season. Following the reopening of Disneyland Resort, we're checking in on all of our favorite attractions to see what new health and safety measures are in place. Recently, we visited the Mad Tea Party and the Astro Orbiter at Disneyland, and Grizzly River Run and the Silly Symphony Swings at California Adventure. You can watch full videos of those attractions and more right here on our YouTube channel. You get a full photo walkthrough at DisneylandNewsToday.com. Recruits, it's almost time for you to gear up for the opening of Avengers Campus in California Adventure. To assist you in planning your mission, Disney has shared a first look at the Avengers Campus map. As you can see, there are 3 entrances into the new 6-acre land where you can join the action with the Avengers and their allies like Iron Man, Black Panther, Black Widow, and more. Sling webs on the first Disney ride through attraction for Spider-Man. Taste test inventive food and drinks and become a part of a bigger universe. Kids and guests of all ages will find their powers as they train alongside some of their favorite heroes with a chance to live out their own heroic story. Disney released a full PDF version of the Recruit's Guide, which will be given out at the park. They don't often do this. This is really cool. You should check it out. The new map provides more confirmation that the seating for Pym Test Kitchen will offer an overflow area next to the Hyperion Theater. We've shown you this before, of course. And if you're after a quick service falafel instead, you'll also be able to snag some at an additional location to the original Shawarma Palace called Shawarma Palace 2. You know, I would make fun of this, but in New York, literally anyone who's ever opened a second version of their restaurant has called it whatever too. We had a place called Golden Eagle too in the Bronx and things like that. So it looks like this will take over the existing snack cart currently located outside of the Hyperion Theater. So overflow shawarma. That's where we're at now, where food is more popular than rides. We need overflow secondary. Like when they built the third theater for Soarin', we need to build additional shawarma palaces. New images have also been released of the Marvel Avengers Campus, which again opens on June 4th. The only new attraction in the campus is Web Slingers: A Spider-Man Adventure. You're seeing 2 new images of that right now. Looks cool. Nearby is Web Suppliers, where guests will be able to customize and battle spider bots and more. Guests will be able to try specially sized treats at the PIM Test Kitchen. There's a look at the entrance. And Doctor Strange will bring the ancient sanctum to life. Disney has shared that when Avengers Campus opens, they will be utilizing the virtual queue system for Web Slingers: A Spider-Man Adventure. Oh boy, said everyone at home. The attraction's virtual queue is only accessible via the Disneyland app, and you may only experience the attraction by joining the virtual queue. Similar to Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, the virtual queue enrollment times will be at 7 a.m. and 12 p.m. daily. The full details on how all of that works are on our website. Again, it's another thing where I'll read it for 10 minutes, but very similar to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And you'll want to know, if you want to do that and Rise in the same day, you're definitely going to want to read all those rules and regulations and how it works on our website. Of course, we talked about Web Suppliers, and last week we talked about some interesting items that would be there. But Disney fans with a good memory may have noticed a peculiar resemblance an older product had to those new controversial web power bands that'll interact with the attraction opening alongside the new land. What you're looking at now is the web power band and some of the add-on devices that'll be sold for it, which allow guests to unlock special abilities while riding Web Slingers: A Spider-Man Adventure. Interestingly enough, the design is remarkably similar, if not identical, to the main apparatus for Playmation, a line of interactive toys that Disney debuted back in 2015. The toys were designed to be able to be connected to the internet, where they could unlock new missions and track their progress, but they also interacted with toys that the player could digitally fire repulsor blast at, just like Iron Man. Disney developed much of the technology for Playmation internally before handing it off to Hasbro for distribution. Playmation proved to be disastrous. The Wall Street Journal reported on its shortcomings in June of 2016, leading to the starter pack, which originally sold for $120, to be available on Amazon for just $23. In fact, I think I bought mine at Toys R Us for $5. Kids, look up what Toys R Us was. Later waves inspired by Frozen and Star Wars were canceled, and normally that would be the end of the story, but before Playmation was released, things took a turn. At the time of development, Bob Chapek was president of Disney Consumer Products, but before Playmation hit store shelves, he moved over, of course, to be the president of Disney Parks and Resorts, serving in that capacity until he became CEO. Well, Walt Disney Imagineering and the product developers knew that they had this toy fully developed. They knew they had all this research done, and it could work with this attraction that was being built. And they knew that pitching the reuse of a failed product that they had lost money on would tickle Bob Chapek's fancy. And so that's how this was all born. Giving Chapek's track record in parks and resorts is, of course, no surprise that an item from consumer product is repackaged and being recycled as something new. And it's no knock on the product. It could be really fun. It's just really funny that it is absolutely the same device. It's absolutely, they've just repackaged it. With less than 2 weeks to go before the opening of Avengers Campus, we're getting a sneak peek at not only the attractions, but the store as well. Spider Bots were first released last year while the Disneyland theme parks were closed, and in an Avengers Campus store, guests will be able to customize their Spider Bots with tactical upgrades inspired by different characters, as well as battle them in a small arena in the shop in Web Suppliers. Disney Parks TikTok is what you're looking at now. You're looking at this video footage that shows a Black Panther and Wasp tactical upgrade Spider Bots fighting it out. This is actually really cool. Unfortunately, it does, I like that they have the arena, so that way kids who buy a Spider Bot, or grown bloggers who buy Spider Bots like myself, in case we don't have a friend that has one, drop them in the arena and battle it out. Otherwise, you're going to have to find some kids somewhere who have these Spider Bots. It's something. I like this. I make fun of it, but I love this kitschy kind of toy stuff that comes out for the parks that's themed to the lands. I like this stuff. I know we make fun of it a bit, and that some of it's repackaged, and the Spider Bots are kind of hokey, but I like this stuff. It's fun, and I look forward to it. I'm obviously going to buy them. Next door to Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, a new food stand is about ready to open. It's Terran Treats, which is part of Avengers Campus. Feature a new menu of items curated by Tannelir Tavan, the collector. Now we can see the stand itself. It's pretty much all set up along with the props next to it. Tanner Tavan has left some pieces of his collection outside next door. According to the Celestian alphabet of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the subtext on the sign reads, "Feed mix for Terrans." That's a great detail. Terrans, of course, are humans from Earth. This stand will open along with Avengers Campus. On our most recent visit to DCA, we noticed that the Fastpass distribution machines across the way for Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout have been completely removed. From afar, nothing looked too different, but once we got up to the area, we could see the devices were completely missing. Half a dozen devices were usually these Fastpass machines were sitting out there. So far, only Mission Breakout has removed the machines. Of course, Disneyland started MaxPass not that long ago, but guests could still go and claim a digital Fastpass from these kiosks, and then it would kick out what they called a Fastpass reminder in recent years. So I think they're finally going to get away from that. They've chosen this as the moment to phase that out. Probably good. Save some paper. People know to use this stuff on their phones at this point. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next trip. The best part, their services are free. Hotel, park tickets, dining, and more. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationeer, the official travel agency of WDWNT. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. While you're here on the channel, please check out Timekeeping, our year-by-year journey through the history of the Walt Disney World Resort, counting down to its 50th anniversary. If you missed any episodes, go back and watch them all. They're great. If you watch them all together, they make this great full-length sort of documentary on the history of Walt Disney World. Of course, every week we release the history of one more year of Walt Disney World. So every Tuesday, there's a new episode. But in the meantime, if you missed any of them so far, it's a good time to start watching them. Please check them out. We put a lot of work into them, and I think you will enjoy them as Disney Parks fans. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today, and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Looking for the latest in Disney news on the go? Then download WDWNT the app. From news to videos to park hours and more, WDWNT the app is your one-stop shop for the latest from the Disney world. Available on iPhone and Android, just search for WDWNT in your device's app store.